to wait while politicians fight it out. A big story breaking from Karnataka in a few minutes from now. Here are the headlines. Haryana violence FIR revealing scathing details. Was it a well-planned riot machinery at play? Six dead, over 100 injured, but the political blame game continues. BJP is alleging a larger plot. From 2020 Delhi riots to Haryana violence now, is there a deliberate attempt to ignite passions ahead of elections in 2024? Controversy hits the Trinamool Congress as senior citizens seek ED investigation against parliamentarian Nusrat Jahan. Complete collapse of law and order in Rajasthan. 2 minors gang raped for over a year. No arrests yet. Award-winning art director Nitish Desai found dead at a Mumbai studio. Police say investigation is underway. Getting in a Republic exclusive news break, it appears that in Karnataka, there's once again a huge squabble between the DK Shivakumar camp and the Siddaramaiah camp, that's the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister's camps, perhaps at loggerheads over transfer orders of police inspectors in Karnataka. We are hearing that the transfer orders of a few inspectors have been withheld by the government, and there is complete panic because officers are being told from control rooms as well not to take charge of their new positions. There's complete chaos. Everyone's been asked to just stay put. People don't know where they are being posted. All of this is happening in Karnataka when the leadership of the state is in Delhi. What's going on, Prajwal?
Niranjan, there was a major and a massive reshuffle in the Home Department concerning those police inspectors. To be very precise, 211 police inspectors, out of which 100 police inspectors from Bengaluru and over 111 police inspectors from across 31 districts in Karnataka were transferred on the 31st of August. I beg your pardon, on the 1st of August. And now today in the afternoon, there has been some sort of major development which has happened in Delhi, and sources within the know of the development, speaking on condition of anonymity, have now gone ahead and stated that there was a war of words which ensued between Siddaramaiah as well as DK Shivakumar's camp, and immediately an order was passed by the government withholding the transfers of all these 211 police inspectors in less than 24 hours since the transfer order has been passed, and also a control message from the headquarters of the comptroller of Karnataka, which is the police department in Karnataka, was wired to all the police stations, immediately asking these police inspectors not to take charge of their duties and to stay put at their respective police stations as well. Now, sources are also pointing out that some of the major police stations which has come under consideration is one, that of the Rajarajeshwari Nagar. Why we say this is because the BJP MLA Muniratna won from here, and there was an inspector who the Congress alleged was working only for Muniratna, but later on there has been transfer orders which has been passed. Yes, this particular inspector has been transferred, but then MP DK Suresh has now gone on to allege of the fact that this particular inspector was posted at the Gnan Bharati police station at the behest of a minister from Siddaramaiah's camp as well, and he's taken up the matter with the Karnataka in charge, Randeep Singh Surjewala here. And as soon as it was taken up, immediately all the transfer orders in the state of Karnataka were put on hold. And this comes just 5 days after the Chief Minister of Karnataka himself, Siddaramaiah, instructed all the ministers from 34 departments not to go ahead with transfers in the state, and said that there was a lot of attention that they were garnering, and the transfer period was entirely over. But considering the fact that despite that the transfer period was over, all these police inspectors were transferred as well in a major reshuffle. But now in a shocker, the entire machinery is in shocker, and now all of them have been asked to stay put to and not to report to duties in their new postings. So that is something which we are getting in at this point of time, Niranjan.
Stay with me. In fact, there was also an audio that was, beamed out from the control room. I'd like to play that audio. Chandan Gowda is also joining us on the broadcast. Shavan will also be joining us. I'd like to play that audio out. First up, this was the audio that was beamed out to all policemen. It appears they don't know where to go, where to take charge, what is their new posting. There's complete chaos. They were given a posting, but they've been asked not to take charge. So in many stations across Karnataka, these are key officers whose transfers have been put on hold. So law and order will have to wait until the politicians fight it out. Take a listen.
ಅವರ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ PIR ಅವರ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅವರೆಗೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಾಲಿಯವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಠಾಣೆಯಿಂದ ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗುವಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಠಾಣೆಯಿಂದ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆಯಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅವರೆಗೂ ಈಗ ಏನು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಾಲಿಯವರು ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗುವ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರನ್ನು ಸಹ ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಇದು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಳ್ಳಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅವರ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ PIR ಅವರ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅವರೆಗೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಾಲಿಯವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಠಾಣೆಯಿಂದ ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗುವಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಠಾಣೆಯಿಂದ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆಯಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅವರೆಗೂ ಈಗ ಏನು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಾಲಿಯವರು ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗುವ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರನ್ನು ಸಹ ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಇದು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಳ್ಳಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
All right, so you just heard that. Let me take one more question with Prajwal. Prajwal, so they don't know where to go, right? They don't know whether they have to report to work. And how many officers are we talking about? And what level officers are there? Are they IPS officers, inspectors?
You know, all of them so far, Niranjan, considering all these transfers which has happened, all of them are police inspectors. All of them are police inspectors, and the rank is same for all the 211 postings as well. But there are also interdepartmental transfers which has happened. Say if they are doing law and order, they have been transferred to traffic, from traffic to the Lokayukta, from the Lokayukta to the CCB to CID. So there are interdepartmental transfers, but the rankings of the police officials remain same, which is which is the police inspector in itself at this point of time. But considering the length and breadth of the entire state of Karnataka, this has happened across all the 31 districts, not one or two districts, but all the 31 districts, including Bengaluru city, which has seen the most number of transfers, because transfers had not happened on a large scale in the BJP government in itself, and it was pending for the past 2.5 years. For over 24 to 30 months it was pending, and it was put on hold mainly because of the fact that HD Kumaraswamy had alleged the cash for transfer scam in various departments across the entire state of Karnataka, and he had told that he would be putting forward these documents shortly as well, and he also produced an alleged document belonging to the agriculture department. But now when it concerns the home ministry in itself, Dr. G. Parmeshwara also had gone ahead and stated that these were only routine transfers, but 211 police inspectors being transferred at one point of time, that is a huge reshuffle in which the state of Karnataka has never seen before, and this is something where everybody is facing a lot of confusion over here as to where they should be moving to, because some of them in Bengaluru have been transferred to various districts across the entire state of Karnataka, and therefore the same for those police inspectors from various districts being transferred to Bengaluru as well. So there is some massive confusion which is going on in the police department in the state of Karnataka.
Yeah, we have that tape. I want to play that tape out once again, and we'll go across to Chandan Gowda and Mohan Krishna joining us on the broadcast. Here's that tape. No, it's not a tape. It was an audio message that was beamed out, we believe, from the control room to the police.
ಅವರ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ PIR ಅವರ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅವರೆಗೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಾಲಿಯವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಠಾಣೆಯಿಂದ ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗುವಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಠಾಣೆಯಿಂದ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆಯಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅವರೆಗೂ ಈಗ ಏನು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಾಲಿಯವರು ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗುವ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರನ್ನು ಸಹ ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಇದು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಳ್ಳಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್
joins us on the broadcast. Let me get in the first word from Mohan Krishna and Chandan Gowda. Chandan Gowda, you heard that Mohan Krishna, it's an embarrassment. See, in many police stations, and going by what Prajwal has said, right, and the information that we have, over 100 police stations will not have a new officer. There's no inspector there, right? And while politicians squabble, it appears this law and order will be in a limbo. And there are allegations, very serious allegations, Chandan, of meddling in transfers, alleged corruption. Now, these are charges being made, and incidents like these just, bolster those charges.
Yeah. So very quickly, the list of recommendations for transfers that were issued last part, and I believe some MLAs in the Congress weren't happy with the names of people being transferred to wherever they are, which is why they put it on hold. He is in Delhi, and he has said he will return tomorrow and have a meeting with the minister and sort it out with the police department. I think it's a crucial matter because the new rules mean that once an officer has been transferred, he cannot be retransferred for a year at least. So there's a lot at stake about who goes where, and you're right. What it does show is there should have been better consultation within the party about these things, rather than it breaking out like this. But I don't still think it is chaos yet, because it's just a question of a day, and they'll sort it out tomorrow from what I've heard.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the fact that it's people within the same party once again raising a red flag. Mohan Gowda is also, Mohan Krishna is also there. Mohan Krishna raises many questions, uncomfortable questions, and we are hearing from our sources, and Prajwal is telling us that it is DK Shivakumar's camp that has taken this issue even to Delhi.
No.
And that's why urgently it's been put on hold this evening.
Government, as soon as they came to power, these things were expected, and on the expected lines, this government is performing today. You have seen how this Congress is corrupt. A synonym of a corruption is Congress only. So, in order to fulfill each and every letters which has been sent, and the kind of discontentment in the MLAs today already there, in order to show off that today that High Command might have taken a decision to put on hold. But this has become a very big issue in the Karnataka. See, look at the way the law and order situation today in Karnataka. How they are going to handle this? How, if anything, if murder happens today night or tomorrow morning or whatever it may be, who is going to be the responsible? Is this the way? Just by giving guarantees, are you going to just pull out everything from the people? Already people are cursing for them, Niranjan. I'm very sorry to tell these people, it's absolutely rubbish. This kind of governance is not expected from any Congress people. But the corruption level has reached to the maximum in 75-80 days. And that is shown in the people. That is shown in the people's cursing already. And my humble request, as I'm outside somewhere, my network is very feeble, so I will be joining you later on the debate. Thank you.
No, yeah. I just want to take in a question from Shavan. Shavan, is this normal? Is this normal, Shavan, that transfer orders are given and then suddenly put on hold, and there's a message beamed on police control rooms to all inspectors asking for them not to take charge?
Well, in fact, two aspects that I would like to highlight. One, while it's an unwritten thing in most of the states that politicians would like to have someone of their choice in their own constituency, but there is nothing on written, or there is no protocol in place. Remember, that's an unwritten rule. But having said that, to make it so very obvious that you would actually want your own people in your own constituency is in itself quite embarrassing. That's one aspect. The second aspect that I want to highlight, it is unprecedented given the fact that when the orders have already come out, it's very unlikely that a large number of police stations would be completely unmanned to a certain extent, especially if senior officers haven't been posted. Number two, control room sending out that kind of a message to all police stations would only create more confusion, because there would be few police stations who would have absolutely no idea as to what has really transpired in the headquarters and what sort of a message is thereafter sent across. So it once again boils down to the fact that who exactly is controlling the Home Department, and more importantly, what sort of a message does it send across to people down below.
Yeah, I think Prajwal is picking up more details about the manner in which this was done yesterday. Prajwal, you're saying that this was done when the Chief Minister was away. Perhaps he didn't want to face the heat, and it also happened at a time when DK Shivakumar had left, we are hearing, for the national capital. So it was all well timed, perhaps.
More or so sources are pointing out to that, Niranjan, because look at the timing of these transfer orders which came out. The Chief Minister leaves for Mangaluru, and he's there in Mangaluru and Udupi touring on drought-affected regions as well as flood-affected regions too. And some of them states that the Chief Minister did not want to face the heat. But at the same point of time, we see that the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, DK Shivakumar, takes a flight at 11 a.m. And this particular transfer order has come out anywhere between 12:15 to 12:45 in the afternoon. Not even, he's not even landed there. He's in flight and he's landed in New Delhi only at around 3 p.m. And later this particular transfer order has come out. By then it has already been sent to all these 211 police inspectors as well. So it is quite questionable that at a point of time when the Chief Minister is not present in Bengaluru, the Deputy Chief Minister is not present in Bengaluru, transfer orders have already been issued as well. It is an altogether other fact that Dr. G. Parmeshwara, who's the Home Minister, who is in charge of the concerned department, was here in Bengaluru. But all said and done, the two main people of Karnataka who are running the government, both of them were absent at this point of time. And after they reached Delhi, they have taken time to go over the list, and therefore this particular issue has now come up in the meeting which is happening out there in New Delhi with the Karnataka Congress leaders and the AICC High Command.
Yeah, I'd like to play out that message once again, and then let's get in the last word from Chandan Gowda after that. Here's the message that was beamed out, asking police officers not to take charge. Imagine police inspectors just transferred yesterday. The postings came yesterday. They were all asked to move to new positions, different districts of Karnataka, and today it's beamed on, it's all put on hold, beamed on from police control rooms, asking for them to stay where they are, not to take charge, because the politicians are fighting it out. Listen in.
ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ PIR ಅವರ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅವರೆಗೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಾಲಿಯವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಠಾಣೆಯಿಂದ ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗುವಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಠಾಣೆಯಿಂದ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆಯಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅವರೆಗೂ ಈಗ ಏನು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದೇಶ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಪುಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಾಲಿಯವರು ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗುವ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರನ್ನು ಸಹ ರಿಲೀವ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಇದು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
You know, at a time when many questions have been raised also, Chandan, on the policing in the state. I mean, there are questions over law and order issues, and you have argued in the past that it's too early. But, look at the handling of the Udupi case, for example, where the police initially tried to cover up, did not act, did not collect the evidence for almost a week. And they were forced to file an FIR after the media coverage. And, eventually they had to change the investigating officer as well. The police is also, it appears, under pressure.
Niranjan, police being under pressure is not a new thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I think the police are always under the pressure from the government. But that said, this particular episode that we are focusing on, the list of transfers gets announced last night, and this morning it is put on hold because there is some unclarity about overall activity list of transferred officials among the various party members. So this is what I've heard, but again, I'm not sure if it's the correct version. But because the chief minister and the deputy chief minister are not here, they have just said they'll come back and sort it out tomorrow. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what was announced. The Home Minister announced yesterday. And it's absolutely correct for us to presume that the coordination between the various, centers within the party is not perfect. But I still don't think it is sabotage or if it's any kind of a one-upmanship. I think it's a more local level discontent that needs to be managed between MLAs. Please, Niranjan, it's only last week that they had a CLP meeting to placate some of the discontented MLAs to say that please wait for a year, we'll be able to release higher funds for your constituency, etc. So in that context, I don't think the party wants to risk giving them more cost for discontentment. They want to listen to what they have to say. But absolutely right that the coordination could have been better. But I still don't think it is DK Shivakumar versus Siddaramaiah. I don't see it that way. I see it more as a way in which different individual MLAs are being taken into account in this manner.
Well, I'm hearing something else, that it is clear fight because there's been a complaint from that camp. Abdul Razak is also joining in. Abdul Razak, can you hear me? I'll take one last question because you're joining us pretty late. Over 100 officers left in the lurch. Complete chaos outside the DGP's office because yesterday they were transferred. Today there's a control room message asking for them not to take charge because politicians are fighting, Abdul.
I seriously don't understand why Karnataka has become the focal point. Now allegations of corruption unnecessarily. These are routine transfers. These are regular transfers. Any government that takes over definitely goes ahead and makes, transfers according to their choice. It is, in the best interest of the people, best interest of the welfare of the people of Karnataka. Now, we have Independence Day ahead of us. Any transfer that happens now, for the sake of Independence Day, maybe they have taken a decision. We will need to wait and watch as to why this kind of a decision has been taken. Nobody knows anything about it, and suddenly there are speculations that this is corruption,
Not corruption, they've been put on hold.
What happened to PSI scam?
They've been put on hold.
PSI scam.
They've been put on hold. They were asked to go to take new postings. Suddenly there's a fight within the Congress. They've all been put on hold.
Yes, the reason why they have asked the inspectors to be on hold, maybe because of Independence Day, just 2 weeks.
You need more. No, 1 second. You need more freedom. You need more policing during Independence Day. You don't want police officers to be without a posting. Are you saying police have to be without a posting before Independence Day? They don't have a posting.
There is no police station without posting as of now. All inspectors have been advised to be there where they are. Now, whatever postings they had been given, they have asked not to take charge unless further.
Why? Because the politicians are fighting. Isn't it embarrassing? Because politicians are fighting.
Not because the politicians are fighting.
Of course.
The politicians are not fighting for police transfers.
Of course they are. I don't think you know the backstory of this one. I don't think you know the backstory of this one, Razak, but only because I'm short of time, I'll end it here. I thank both Razak and Chandan for joining us pretty late into the broadcast of breaking news story. We'll take a break. We'll come back tracking the story very closely. There's a political angle to it which we just discussed with Prajwal on the factions within the Congress. Thank you for joining us.